switch to sports mode. Hold it in the road. When you get so mad you can explode. Hold it in the road. Bro, just stay focused on your goal. Don't let them crack the mold. The finish line straight ahead, bro. Hold it in the road. When life switch to sports mode. Hold it in the road. When you get so mad you can explode. Hold it in the road. Bro, just stay focused on your goal. Don't let them crack the mold. The finish line straight ahead, bro. Hold it in the road. Bullets with a badge.
Good afternoon. Earlier today, Hoover police detectives obtained warrants for the arrest of Carlee Russell through the Hoover Municipal Court for her actions related to faking her kidnapping and subsequently making false statements to detectives as they investigated this case. Her decisions that night created panic and alarm for the citizens of our city and even across the nation as the concern grew that a kidnapper was on the loose using a small child as bait. Numerous law enforcement agencies, both local and federal, began working tirelessly not only to bring Carlee home to her family, but locate a kidnapper that we know now never existed. Many private citizens volunteered their time and energy into looking for a potential kidnapping victim that we know now was never in any danger. This story opened wounds for families whose loved ones really were victims of kidnappings, some of which even helped organize searches in hopes they could find Carlee's alive so that her family would not experience the pain and suffering that they felt when their loved ones never returned home. As we know, actions can have consequences, and that's why we're here today. This afternoon, Carlee Russell, with the assistance of her attorney, turned herself into the Hoover City Jail, where she was arrested for the following charges: false reporting to law enforcement authorities, Class A misdemeanor, $1,000 bond; falsely reporting an incident, a Class A misdemeanor with a $1,000 bond. Each of these charges carry up to a year in jail and potential fine of $6,000 upon conviction. Ms. Russell was released from jail after posting bond. We initially presented this case to District Attorney Lanice Washington, who agreed to handle prosecution through district court. After consulting with the Circuit Court of Jefferson County Bessemer Division, the case was referred back to municipal court for charging because the only applicable charges were misdemeanors. Judging from the amount of phone calls and emails that we've received from people all over the country, I know many are shocked and appalled that Ms. Russell is only being charged with 2 misdemeanors, despite all the panic and disruption her actions caused. Let me assure you, I too share the same frustration, but existing laws only allow the charges that were filed to be filed. I can tell you that I will be contacting our state legislatures on behalf of law enforcement in Montgomery and asking them to look at this law applied to these facts and urge them to add an enhancement to current legislation when somebody falsely reports kidnapping or another violent crime. Because of the attention this case has garnered, we've requested Attorney General Steve Marshall's office adopt this case, and they've agreed to do so. The Hoover Police Department wants to thank everyone that assisted us from the beginning and continues to assist us in this case as we work its way through the criminal justice system.
Yeah, I heard enough of that. They basically they finna show her that they ain't playing around with her. That's all that is. I mean, but this comes as no surprise to anybody. You know, we all kind of figured she was gonna, be held accountable for what she done. And I think she should be held accountable for what she done. If it was within my power, I'd probably give her a year. I wouldn't want to send her to a penitentiary or anything like that. I want to keep her just in a local jail for a year. I think that's what she deserves. And maybe a stiff fine just to keep people, just to deter other people from, doing some type of foolishness like this. I mean, maybe $100,000, something like that. $100,000 fine, year in jail. That should keep people from ever getting this type of silly idea again. The thing that got Carlee in the most trouble and what got everybody, that sprung everybody into action, was not her disappearance. It wasn't. It's the only thing I disagree with about that detective, which I think he's a great detective, and the brother know how to dress, man. He's sharp, speak well, everything. Salute to him. But if they're going to be completely honest, what really got Carlee to this whole thing blowing up was the fact that there was a baby involved. It wasn't Carlee. It wasn't some black woman. They done it, or they, have turned a new leaf and they're going to search for everybody the same. No, that's not it. She mentioned a baby was on the side of the interstate. That was her biggest mistake. And I think if it wasn't for that, they might still be looking for Carlee. But like I say, man, if it was within my power, I would give her a year in jail. I'd try to keep her in jail. I wouldn't send her to a penitentiary. However, to make that happen, I like to see that happen. Like I say, if it was within my power, and I'd give her $100,000 fine. But people have to be held accountable for their actions, period. I see a lot of people talking about she clearly has mental issues. I disagree. I think Carlee Russell is just young and dumb, period. No mental issues, no mental issues. I think it's gonna be hard for her to recover from this because apparently you on camera stealing at your job with all of this stuff hanging over your head, to come out that you are an egregious liar and you're a thief, right? You're stealing from your job. You really can't be trusted. And we still don't know the reason why you done this. So, still have questions. I think you're protecting somebody, which makes you dumber, right? But at this point, it is what it is. You will be held accountable, right? You will be held accountable. All these people talking about, white men, women do this, and you're going to look and you're going to try to find comparisons to what some other white person got away with. No, man, this girl needs to be held accountable, period. So that's basically all I got for it. I mean, I will, it's an interesting case. I want to see what happens. This is just another episode, just in this silly story. But till next time, everybody, y'all live right, play fair. I'll let you.